of the Wenatchee Valley. If you switch to channel 99 on either your set-top box or your television, we have our cameras around the valley that rotates in, and we also have currently updated AQI forecasts that go with the cameras. So if you want to know what the AQI is at any one moment, switch to channel 99. You'll see it on your screen there. Without any further ado, here is your forecast. And again, it should start gradually dissipating throughout the course of the week. It should be gone altogether, the smoke and the haze, by Wednesday. It'll get better, folks, as the day progresses. 83 is our high today, 61 for the overnight low. Sunshine and a little wind, southeast wind, 8 to 13 miles an hour tomorrow, and that's going to help scour out the skies. It's going to be a little bit cooler, and then a gradual warming trend and maybe some much needed rain by Friday. We shall see. That's it for us. Breathe safe. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Oh, comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here.
Oh.
I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Okay, we're back, and I'm very, very happy, hot from her performance from Hot August Night's production of Kinky Boots. As Nicola, we have Haley Tolman with us today. Haley,
Hi. Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Nice to have you. Well,
Thank
my
you.
pleasure.
Nice to be here.
For those of you who did not see Kinky Boots, you have my deepest sympathy. It was incredible. It was a great show.
Yeah.
You were a huge contributor to it, aesthetically, acting-wise. It just...
Thank
did
you.
I mean, the whole show was phenomenal, but you did a great job.
Thank you. It was a super fun show. Very high energy, different from a lot of things I've done in the past.
Yeah.
So it was a great time.
Well, that Jamie Dunnigan is, he's...
I will
He's a
tell you-
fireball.
Yeah, I will tell
Yeah.
you, being in that show, I did not have to go to the gym once in the entire rehearsal
Right,
process.
right.
I just had it every night at the theater.
Now, one thing that Jamie did in the show I was in, that before you went on, he had characters, each performer bring a choice of song, and then he ramped up your energy level before that. Did you find that helpful? Because personally, I like to silently compose myself.
Yeah.
But that was an interesting process because the song I picked was "Start Me Up" by the Rolling
Oh,
Stones.
there we go. Yep. You know, and we still did that, and it was always so interesting because we had the days where I really needed it. I was so excited to be dancing around, super hyped up with everybody, and then I had the days where it would wear me out so bad. I was so exhausted afterwards, totally out of breath. Like, oh my God, why did I do that?
Yeah, but it gets you in that pumped up energy mode, you know.
Right.
But great show. Kinky Boots was excellent. Like I said, if you saw it, I'm sure you agree with me. If you didn't, my mistake. I'm not going to tell you what show they're doing next year. I have some limited information, but prepare to buy tickets for next year's show. But,
Absolutely.
but again, very nice job.
Thank you so much.
So, Haley,
Yes.
tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I have been here for about a year.
Here in Wenatchee,
Yep,
right,
here in
yeah.
Wenatchee. I moved here from Cheyenne, Wyoming.
Okay.
So nice little small town over there too.
Yeah.
I worked for Missoula Children's Theater.
I
for
need
a
to
while.
correct you, though. Wenatchee's not a small town.
Well,
we are the
no.
buckle of the power belt of the great Northwest.
There you go. That's exactly it. My mistake. Absolutely.
Okay, that's right. You're forgiven. You're
That's
forgiven.
that's how I advertise it to my family.
Okay, great.
Exactly word for word.
That a girl. So.
I worked for Missoula Children's Theater for a while. And
Okay, cool.
We had done some tours in this area. And
Yes.
Oh,
Good
gosh.
reputation with that group, and they have been here a number of times.
Yeah, I just absolutely fell in love with the area.
Yeah.
And it just so happened that, I met so many people here. I found a job opportunity here, and it worked out to move here.
Good. Great.
Yeah.
So, having been involved in the theater scene where you came from, you wanted to do it again. How did you start getting your feet wet in our theater community?
Oh, yeah. I was so nervous moving to a place I wasn't very familiar with.
Yeah.
Theater's such a big part of my life, and I was on the board of directors back home for our community theater, and
Right.
I had directed and choreographed and starred in and done so much back home that I was so scared there wouldn't be a community theater scene here, and I was
Lo and
proven wrong.
behold!
I know.
Lo and behold!
Thank you, I was proven wrong. And I was just so thankful. I had met Matthew Pippin, who was doing a shadow cast for Rocky Horror, and that's where I started really
Okay.
in community theater, and I've directed it a few times, I've choreographed for it, and so when I found out they did it here, I was ecstatic, and from there it just roller coastered into, oh my gosh, you've directed before? You should talk to this person. You've been in shows like this before? You should talk to this person.
Yeah, cool.
To where now I'm directing a show.
Yeah, that's right. Tell us a little bit about it.
You
And
know what?
actually, this is
Yeah.
good because she's holding auditions tonight. Okay, so pay attention. All right?
Yes, yeah, tonight.
So tell us a little bit about your show.
Yeah, the last 5 years,
Yeah.
one of my favorite musicals of all time, probably my favorite musical of all time. It's a very intimate cast. It's just two people, Jamie and Kathy, two young New Yorkers. It tells the story of their relationship from meeting to being married and to an unfortunate rocky split that you see throughout the whole show. It's really just an expose on their lives.
Yeah.
And it's just so hauntingly beautiful.
Okay.
They had made a movie, and the movie is meh. Beautiful music, of
Okay,
course.
all right.
But the show, the script will just reach right in and rip your heart out.
So give us some information about auditions, when and where. We'll touch
Yeah.
this again at the end of the show, but I want people
to know.
To hear it and know, so go ahead.
Yes, absolutely. So auditions are tonight at the Riverside Playhouse, starting at 6:30. I am a big advocate for singing a song that makes you feel confident. So, you know, bring 16 to 32 bars of whatever you'd like to sing. There's
Okay.
no cold reads, it's all just music.
Okay.
And if you can't find anything, I have audition cuts posted on Music Theater Bonacci's website.
Okay, and that's which is mtow.org.
Correct.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
And if by any chance you don't have that or forget, you can always email me, maddog@nwi.net, and I'll steer you in the right direction.
There we go, that's
So,
perfect.
okay, so this is a show, we said there's no dialogue, it's all singing?
There's a few monologues, just a handful of monologues in between, but really ultimately the show is all music,
Okay.
which is such an interesting thing that we see in musicals. You know, you think that musicals, yeah, they're music based, but you have to have dialogue
Sure,
to piece things
sure,
together.
yeah.
But this show, each song just flows right into the next,
Okay.
which ultimately it stems to what we're looking for in actors is people who are storytellers,
Yeah.
because they have to tell an entire story just through a song. And so we need the characterization, we need the energy, we need people who can see the shift between the characters' emotions. Like Kathy tells the story in a backwards order. You know, she starts out from the end of the relationship and goes
Really?
back to when it was happy.
Okay.
And Jamie tells the story chronologically, and the
Okay.
only time they sing together and are on stage together is at their wedding. And that's the only connection you have in the middle of the play.
This is intriguing.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
oh, okay,
It's
all right.
it's very interesting. It was very new when it came out. It was a very fresh look on how you build a musical and how you build the plot of a story. And I'm very excited to play with
Yeah,
it.
it sounds like it. Okay, so what are you looking for? Okay,
Yeah.
good singers.
Yeah.
Okay, and I have an opinion on that, which I will share.
Yes.
But please go ahead, tell us what you're looking for and what you kind of hope to see at auditions.
Sure, of course. I am looking for great singers, strong singers, people who are willing to learn and play and take notes and try new things.
Okay.
I'm always looking for people who are wanting to build confidence in that area.
Okay.
I'm also looking, again, like I said, for storytellers. Being able to portray the meaning and the story with your body or with a look or a gesture. People who ultimately are just really going to have fun.
Yeah, okay.
I mean,
Very important.
I'm the type of director who I say, why don't you try it? Try it out, let's see how it feels, and we'll go from there, because ultimately it's the actor who builds the character.
Yeah, very much so, yeah. Okay, now my theory is this. I am not known as a singer,
Sure.
okay? I can carry a tune type of thing. But
Great.
my theory always is that if you're out there having fun and being enthusiastic, you're gonna bring the audience in.
That's right.
But in a show like this, you're probably wanting people with relatively good voices.
You know,
Okay.
preferably. I'm open-minded. I don't know. I could see you as 20-year-old Jamie. You think you can hop around up there?
Well, I'm
Jump
well
around?
known for my general attractiveness, you know.
Of course, yeah. Young, hot New Yorker.
Yeah, right. My wife is watching this going, well, yeah, that's my husband. Continually self-deceived, you know.
Keep it going.
But you know, the truth is, it doesn't matter how handsome you are. It matters how good-looking you believe you are.
That's right.
So,
It's all
true.
in the mentality.
And singing's kind of the same way, I think. So.
Yeah, but so we'll see. I'm excited to see who comes out. I'm always looking for
Well,
something new.
I don't want to disappoint you, but don't count on me.
Darn. Okay, I'll take you off the list.
All right. So good. So again, and is there an age that, I mean, how important is that for you?
You
Okay.
know, generally.
And I'm not trying to nail you down. but,
Right.
you know.
Yeah. Generally, they're played by actors between 20 and 30.
Yeah.
The young, fresh-faced. But again, like I said, I'm always looking for the actor who can build the character.
Sure, right.
And that's the most important thing to me.
And you're looking for the chemistry between the two players too, I would imagine.
Correct. Yeah. Because even though they're only on stage together the one time, they still need to be able to put their emotions into each
You
other.
want to believe that those people have the relationship
Right.
that they're telling you they have.
Exactly. It has to be believable. That's
Yeah.
what this whole story is about,
Yeah.
is their relationship. And if that's not believable, then the whole show just kind of falls
Well, frankly,
apart.
that's always my criteria when I go to something. You know, do I believe this person? Do I
Right.
believe what they're trying to hand across the lights to me? So,
Exactly. Yeah, I completely agree.
yeah. But I just posted something about the show I'll be auditioning for in September 13th and 14th, A Twisted Christmas Carol, a very funny comedy that's coming up.
Yes.
But I said, I mean, I've got ages, potential age ranges listed, but I said, don't worry so much about the age, because what I'm primarily looking for is the chemistry between the characters together, what kind of dynamic they have, and if they can establish that believability of relationship, you know?
Correct. Yeah.
Matter of fact, we did a show called Exit Laughing a few years ago, and my daughter Marie and
Yeah.
Matthew Pippin, they weren't exactly who the writer of the script probably wanted,
Sure.
but they did very well together. Dynamic and chemistry was excellent, and they pulled it off tremendously. But that's what we're looking for. We want people, like you say, to build a believable character and portray
Exactly.
it. So.
Exactly. That's the most important part
Yeah.
of building the story
Yeah, big time.
and being a storyteller.
Big time. Okay, so you also have an orchestra, right? Well, wait, before we get into that, we got to take a break.
Yes.
Okay, so we're talking with Haley Tolman. She is having auditions tonight at the Riverside Playhouse, 6:30. Okay, the play is called The Last 5 Years. She's looking for a male and female who can sing reasonably well and build a character.
Correct.
Okay, but we'll have more information on that, or again, repeat the information so you've got it at the end. But hey, we need to take a break. So Street Talk and other stuff, you stick around. We will be right back. So.
Badger Mountain Brewery is your cure for boredom. Jam Night Mondays. Trivia Wednesdays. Live Music Fridays. And Sunday Brunch. There's always something brewing at Badger Mountain. So come join the party.
When Mike leaves town, it's a little scary. You never know who might be outside. But we feel safer inside knowing our home is being monitored by a local company. I can check our alarm from just about anywhere. So when we get home, I know it's safe.
Protect your family and save money with a local company. Switch your current security monitoring to Guardian Services from LocalTel. Call Guardian Security from LocalTel now or visit localtel.net to learn more.
We're turning up the heat with the hottest deals of the year. Right now, during the hot summer clearance sale, only at Click It RV. #1 in sales and service. The best RV brands. Over 1,000 to choose from. And the best deals of the year on remaining 2023 model year-end clearance with incredible 30% off. Brand new RVs discounted up to 30%. Save thousands. Plus, no payments until 2024. During the hot summer clearance sale. Now, only at Click It RV. 5 superstore locations. Hurry in today.
Hi, everybody. Dan Coos alongside Jesse Coble from Alpine Air. My heat pump there's like steam coming out of it. It's making weird noises. Is this something I need to be concerned about?
No, Dan, that's normal operation. Refrigeration technology steals heat from the outside, transfers it to the inside, and it creates frost on your heat pump. The defrost cycle melts that off, which creates steam and a little bit of noise.
That makes sense. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. For heat and air, call Alpine Air. Thanks, Jesse.
Thank you.
Okay, we're back. Street Talk and other stuff. Mad Dog Magnati with Haley Tolman. It's too bad you couldn't have heard some of our off-camera talk because it was pretty interesting.
We get pretty interesting.
Okay, well, let's share that. Tell about the basis of this play, or is that
Sure.
giving too much of a,
Yeah, no, I
too
think
much of a spoiler alert?
No, I think it's important for people to kind of hear the
Yeah,
backstory
okay,
of the show.
yeah.
I mean, written by Jason Robert Brown, who is a marvelous playwright, composer, wonderful in everything that he does. He had written the show and not given much about it, just released it, was excited about it, and there was a little bit of a scandal because it ultimately is kind of an expose on his life.
Really?
And at the beginning, he told people, no, it's not, you know, it's not about me. It's just a story I came up with. But in the last few years, especially after the movie came out and gained some traction and the show has been more popular on and off Broadway theaters, he did come out and say, yeah, you know, it kind of was a little bit of an expose on my life. And
which isn't necessarily complimentary.
Oh, right. The show is not complimentary in his favor in the least. And so that was a very interesting revelation for people to have that kind of confirmed.
Okay, so this is kind of a gritty show.
It is.
Okay.
It's very gritty. It has some really fun songs that, you know, one moment you're really up and in it and it's super upbeat and it's fun and fresh. And then the very next song you sit there and have an existential crisis.
Okay, all right. Maybe I will try.
Maybe you've got it. You have to really get in.
No, it sounds really cool. All right, so have you ever been in this show? What made you attracted to this yourself?
Sure, I have not been in the show personally, but it's always been one of my favorites. I mean, the opening song, Still Hurting, has been my go-to audition song since freshman year of high school. It's always been one of my go-tos. The music is beautiful, the story is beautiful. It's something I've wanted to direct for a very long time. You know, they did it at my home theater back in Wyoming, and it was a great show. The people in it were very, very talented, but I sat there watching it and I thought, there are some things that I would do differently.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think would really add to the story and would make it really fresh. And you know, when I got here and they said, oh, we really need some submissions for upcoming shows, I said, I have one. Good. I know exactly what I want to do.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, okay, now you said that people should bring their own music. You're not going to, because I've been to rehearsals where they said, hey, go into the green room, hear this song because this is what we want you to sing.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I'm a big advocate for bringing your own music because you know your voice and you know what you're confident and comfortable in and what will show off your range. So big advocate for that. I always say 16 to 32 bars, make sure it has a piano score.
I have no idea what she means when she says 16 to 32 bars. Is that like one page of music or?
You know, it depends. A page and a half.
Okay, all right. But just something that people can show off. Their vocal abilities.
Their vocal abilities. But we do also, I do have cuts from the show on the website. Again, in case anybody doesn't have a song that they go to.
Okay. But that's not necessarily going to be a benefit to them if they prepare a cut from the show.
Right, yeah. I'm just...
Because you want to hear their voice.
Yeah, I want to hear your voice. I want to hear your confidence. I want to see your character. I want to see all that.
Okay. And again, auditions are at the Riverside Playhouse.
Riverside Playhouse, 6:30
back behind KPQ. Most of you who will be listening will know that. So.
Yes, right there.
Okay, so let's say you get this, and you get the right people. What do you see as the potential challenges that are going to be to get this show put together?
Sure. Again, being a two-person cast, building on that intimacy between characters and building the relationship, that is going to be something that we work on pretty hard.
Okay.
Also, you know, in it being just the two, you know, you face challenges of getting fatigued and, you know, hopefully no illness, you know, just because again, it's these two people holding up this whole show.
And as their storytelling, are they actually relating to the audience?
They are.
Because I really, really like that.
I do
people
too.
Can do that well.
Yeah, and that's the thing with this show. I want people right in the audience. I want the characters to move around. Thankfully, with a location like the Riverside, which is such a great location for a show like this.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you have the opportunity for the actors to be there with the audience, walking through the aisles, entering through the audience, you know. The first person one-on-one interaction, you know, breaking that fourth wall and being right there with everyone who's attending.
Yeah, and I think that helps bring the people into it a little bit more. So
right.
So good.
I think it really draws people in, and this is that show that just grabs you and you're so enthralled, you're just in it, you're watching it, and then the last note is played and you realize, oh, it's over? But there's not more?
Wait a minute.
Hold on. Yeah, exactly.
All right, so you have an orchestra or a band. What is the composition of that is?
Right, it's wonderful. It's a piano, a guitar, a bass, a violin, and 2 cellos.
Okay.
So a small band, but like we were talking about earlier, it's funny that it's larger than the cast.
Yeah.
But you know, it's interesting because no brass, nothing like that. It's all strings
2 cellos.
and piano.
I can just imagine what it's going to be like.
Yeah.
And will they be on stage or will they be off stage?
They'll be on stage.
Really? Okay,
yeah,
that's
on
very
stage
cool.
center there with the actors. There's actually a lot of interaction that I'm going to play with between our accompanist Anna and the actors I cast.
Okay, Anna Riddell's going to be your
She
keyboard.
is, yes.
And who might be your guitar player? Let me think. Would that be?
He said no.
Really?
He said no.
Gosh,
You got to give him a hard time.
Yeah, all right, I will. I'll do that.
Got to give him a hard time.
So, all right. We're talking about my son-in-law, Ted Scanlon.
Yeah, so give him a hard time.
Well, he's just coming off Kinky Boots.
Coming off Kinky
And that
Boots,
was really
that's
pretty
right.
demanding, I know.
That is, the music's tough.
But you have this incredible woman who's producing.
Oh, we do.
Who might that be?
Yes. Oh, Marie Scanlon, my lifesaver.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. I hear that she comes from a very dynamic gene pool, so to speak.
Yes,
That she
very dynamic, very, very eccentric.
Yes, yeah.
I would say.
I don't know where she gets that.
Wouldn't know. Yes.
She's my daughter, by the way, so yeah. But it's kind of cool. It's good because your show is going to be running concurrently with mine. We
Right.
start auditions in September, and then because you're using the theater, we have to find someplace else to rehearse. But that's okay. But Maria's producing for both shows,
Yes.
which is good.
It's great, and my whole production team is so wonderful, and everybody I have been working with at the theater is wonderful, and I'm just really, really pumped.
Well, we're really happy to have you. We're always
Yeah.
looking for new talent. It's been, you know, your job the job you did in Kinky Boots was incredible.
Thank you.
It's going to be exciting.
Yes.
So, okay.
Yeah, very excited.
Okay, we're talking with Haley Tolman. Okay, Haley is directing a play which auditions are tonight, 6:30 at the Riverside Playhouse. The name of the show is The Last 5 Years. It's a 2-person show. You need to be able to at least carry a tune and be able to be enthusiastic and sell it to the audience. So,
That's right, yeah.
So if you're having any hesitancy, because sometimes people do, you know, hey, go for it, okay? Go for it. I know auditions are stressful.
Yeah.
I always feel like I'm walking in naked, selling myself amidst people who are 10 times better than I am.
Right, you know,
it's
and
tough.
and being an actor myself, I absolutely understand that as a director. You know, you know the nervous audition day,
Yeah,
and
it's just, and then you're waiting for someone
Yeah.
to call you. But hey,
right, the nervous energy.
we got to take a quick break. We're going to come back, say goodbye to Haley. But hey, Street Talk and other stuff, you stick around. We will be right back. So.
I had had a seizure in the middle of the night, and they rushed me to the hospital and decided to induce labor to try to get the baby out. The outpouring of love and support I got from Confluence Health. My coworkers coming to the ICU to be with me. For me, it's the work family. It's just incredible to have support no matter what I'm going through in my personal life, my own health.
Baseball, the Symphony, Super Oval, and graduations are all community events we're proud to bring you on the NCW Life channel. Coverage is made possible by Apple Valley Honda, Bob's Apple Barrel Bark, Castle Rock International Real Estate, Confluence Health, JDSA Law, Mary Maids, Mini Blinds, and more. Prestige Senior Living at Colonial Vista. Together for Youth, Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center, and Walkabout Grill. A reflection of and spotlight on the communities we call home. The NCW Life channel.
Have you been to Boswell's Furniture lately?
Yes, Boswell's has an expansive 2-story showroom filled with so many great choices for our living room, dining room, and bedroom.
Did you know that Boswell sells directly from their store inventory, so we wouldn't have to wait to get our new furniture?
Yes, plus Boswell's has free local delivery and complimentary design service to help us with the layout and fabric choices.
No waiting and amazing customer service. I mean, why would we go anywhere else?
Boswell's on Easy Street. It's closer than you think.
Okay, we're back. And Haley, hey, thank you very much for being here.
Thank
okay?
you so much for
God bless you.
having
It
me.
was really good. You're a great guest. But again, auditions tonight for the last 5 years, Riverside Playhouse, 6:30. And Street Talk and other stuff. Thanks for being here. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
It's only the best for you this week on Sports Stars of Tomorrow. Today we're bringing you some of our most popular features from our current season. From a two-sport phenom in Washington, D.C. to a fast-rising soccer star on the West Coast. We'll also hear from an All-American basketball player who's adding to a family legacy in New Jersey, and also two sisters who are making history in track out west. That's all coming up next on Sports Stars of Tomorrow. Welcome to Sports Stars of Tomorrow, the show that goes around the nation searching for the next generation of star athletes. I'm your host,